Shop Talk is filmed at 1009 Kingston Road in Toronto.
Did you guys hear about Chris Brown?
Yeah, a little bit.
How he was charged in Paris for
Allegedly
raping that woman?
No, I didn't hear about it. It's the first time I'm hearing about it.
I'm worried. Don't be worried, man. Don't be worried. Okay.
And by the way, just to let somebody know out
say
there,
it.
I'm sorry, I'm wearing the same shirt as the last show. Headshots only.
Don't worry about it. Okay, so he was falsely accused of rape.
In Paris.
In Paris.
That was a false accusation.
It was a false accusation. God bless him, because like, first of all, he hasn't been out of the house in so long.
Right.
Right? And then the one time you step out of the house and you actually decide to do something, boom, a rape charge.
Wow.
It's insane.
Wow.
He's now charging the woman with defamation.
Good. Yeah, you should. Good. Because I'm sure that half these things that are going on is not really happening. I think these women are just taking advantage of the situation. Like a guy says hi to a woman or says you look nice, and right off the bat, it's something that he's going to be intentions. His intentions are going to be more than that, and they're going to be like working that. They're going to be like, that's Chris Brown, you know. Just remember that. Okay. So then you're entertaining for a minute, and then all of a sudden now,
Easy target.
it's an easy target.
This is it. What should happen to the woman when it is a false accusation? Because it seems like we're not as interested in the story
Right.
when the person is actually innocent.
Right. I think they should get punished for it.
Yeah.
You can't lie like that. That's yeah. Like they should have to serve some kind of time in jail or pay a fine or something.
Yeah, there should be some kind of stipulation on what they're, like a counter suit, you know, a counter lawsuit. Like how they do that kind of thing, like you know.
But he got locked up. Huh?
Yeah.
They locked him up.
Yeah, they locked him up for a few, or maybe he was just in holding for a few hours.
But even still, to go through that.
Yeah, they go through that.
Oh my God. For someone that's lying.
He's from the United States, so they're gonna give him a body search. They're gonna embarrass him basically to the fullest.
Degrade him. Yeah.
Degrade him, put him in a hole and whatnot, and then he's gonna have to live with that shame, right? And it is shameful when you're being accused of that charge. Like being accused of rape is not just like being accused of assault, hitting somebody. It's like that's a big thing, right? That's gonna carry that. You're gonna carry that for the rest of his life.
Yeah, that's gonna be attached to his name forever.
Okay, so that was the next question. Exactly.
That's gonna be attached to him.
Okay, so what other people do we know of that have been falsely accused?
Freddie Gibbs.
Freddie Gibbs?
Yeah.
Babe, who's Freddie Gibbs? The rapper?
The rapper Freddie Gibbs. He was falsely accused in Paris too.
With Chris Brown?
No, this is separately.
Time.
This was I think last year. He was locked up for a while. But then it came to court. It came to find out that it was a lie, and he didn't even sleep with the girl.
Okay, so how come, and this is just backtracking slightly, how come as soon as somebody's innocent, we don't care? The story doesn't have as much feet. Why don't we care when we find out these people are innocent?
That's a good question.
Because it makes the story less exciting.
There is no story.
Yeah, there is no story.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like I hate to bring it up, but Mike Tyson's case, for example.
Okay, so Mike Tyson's
when
another
he got
person.
charged for rape,
Yeah.
he did have sex with the woman. He admitted it in court that he had sex with the woman, but she said that she didn't consent with the sex with them. So after he went to jail and everything, and he came back out now, Desiree Washington disappeared because she had to been living with something at the time to say that I'm doing this for money or I'm doing this for fame or whatever, and it backfired on her because people still love Mike Tyson. People says that maybe he did have sex with her, maybe he had rough sex with her, but to rape her, I don't think he wasn't that kind of a person. He didn't really need to have to do that. Being with her, he even admitted being with her. Yeah. He even admitted being a little rough with her, but to say that he raped her he had to carry that with his whole career after that, right? And now she can't even show her face anywhere in the United States. knowing that it was falsely accused. He was falsely accused.
Do people know her? I don't know who she is.
Yo, you know what? You know what's messed up with that whole thing, with especially when it comes to women and men and what do you want to call it? Like fetishes and stuff like that. So a lot of women, I've never experienced this before, but I know some women like rough, right? They'll tell you to do it rough, whatever. I even heard about women asking you to choke them.
For sure.
So that's what I'm saying. I've always thought, you know what? That sounds like sort of a setup. Because that's what's going on right now is these guys are getting set up. These girls are telling me, oh, choke me, I like that. And all of a sudden now they have proof that this guy had his hand around my neck. They can go to the, especially someone famous like that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not there, but
yeah.
I just thought about that.
Who else do we know that's been falsely accused?
R. Kelly?
Is he in the category? Is he in that category?
R. Kelly. R. Kelly. Well, you know, from my opinion, I think that some of those women that were with him chose to be with him, even under the circumstances of being under house arrest with him. Like, not house arrest, but you know what I mean. I think they chose to listen to this guy on everything he asked. You know, because they were in love with this guy. They cried over him, right? So I don't think those women, I think they just see the payday of coming out and saying, no, I was forced to do this now. You know, but all this time you didn't say nothing before? All this time he's got you tied up, or so they're saying, like he kept them locked in rooms and this and that. And even if he did, I hear that some of it is like they wanted to be locked. They wanted to be his slaves, sex slaves. And like Peter was just saying, there's women out there that like that, to be tied up and walked around like a dog with a collar around their necks.
There's women out there that don't think you like them if you don't hit them. If you don't beat them.
Now we're getting to different psychology, but
I'm just saying. I've never had to deal with one. I'm not that type of guy.
what's that, sir?
I said careful.
Yeah, I know.
Careful, don't.
But I've heard that also. Yeah. You know, where they want you to be rough with them. If you're not rough, then they think you're soft and all this stuff, right? So I don't know.
So when it comes to people like Michael Jackson, like, it does taint your life. Like you were saying before, the stigma stays with you.
R. Kelly's career is finished. His music was great, and people say that they'll still listen to it, but his image as R. Kelly it's ruined. It's ruined, and is he all to blame? Like, is R. Kelly all to blame? You can't say that.
I don't know. Is R. Kelly to blame?
Pardon me?
If R. Kelly's
all to blame for all that's
if
going
R. Kelly's career is tarnished, if all of this is tarnished, is he to blame? Yeah.
Yes.
R. Kelly's a different situation.
Of course he is.
Michael Jackson, though, I feel like.
As a matter of fact, you know what? Yo, fire for R. Kelly. Somebody feel about that. Fire for you. Straight.
Yeah.
I have daughters. I don't condemn none of that business.
For sure. For sure. And 15 years old hanging out at the
But you gonna
McDonald's.
raise your daughters that don't get into no freak act with no movie star neither, or a singer or somebody famous.
Oh, for sure.
See,
For sure. I'm not gonna have my daughter.
Half them girls
I'm not gonna
come
have
from-
my daughters around that stuff without saying anything. Of course not.
half of them females come from a fractured family. And also, let me tell y'all this.
Tell me.
Freaks attract freaks.
It's true. So what does that mean exactly?
They knew who they was getting into when they went to his house. Of course. They can get their freak on, and plus they can get them a payday.
And
It's
then
a
these
bonus.
girls want to be video girls. What do they call them before? Video girls?
Video vixens.
Video vixens. They want to be in these videos. They want to be in fame. They want fame. They want fortune. They want money. I mean, they'll do anything to get there. So that's just a stepping, and like Panther said, R. Kelly, he took advantage of these young girls. He had to have, right? So, like he said, I have daughters too, and if that's happened to my daughter, he'd be dead. I wouldn't say, edit that part.
Okay.
I mean, you know.
So how hard is it to live beyond it? Once you're innocent. I'm talking about innocent people.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to live with it because, you know.
It ain't like he's snatching no woman's off the street. He ain't snatching them people's up off the street. They voluntarily going to his house, coming to see him.
Yeah, but what if things go in a direction that you don't want them to go into? Then, you know. There's still room for, like, assault. Even if you're interested.
I'm not speaking on them grown women who's in the house. I ain't speaking about them. They're grown-ups. They made their decision to be there. I'm speaking about the people who are underage, who he has there, and then he coaxes, and then waits, and then, you know, does his thing. makes me upset just talking about it.
Yeah, but a lot of them girls come from fractured homes, though,
But
man.
that doesn't make it right.
And they know what they getting into.
That don't make it right.
That's just like a drug boy on the street. He's selling drugs. He got all the money. The girls want to come around him, so they.
Yeah, but until she's 18, bro, you can't do that.
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know. Even though she's from a fractured home and all these things, she doesn't know what's right from wrong. All she knows is that she wants to be with this guy, and this guy has the ticket to wherever it is that she's looking for.
I don't know nowadays. These girls is kind of fast nowadays, brother. Yeah. They fast nowadays. They having babies at 15, 16 years old. They know exactly what they're doing.
I won't say, okay, funny that we ended up on R. Kelly because we didn't talk about R. Kelly, but I would say, and this is dangerous, but I'm not saying a 15-year-old can't be taken advantage of, and I'm not saying every 15-year-old is taken advantage of. When I was 15, my friend had a 30-year-old boyfriend.
Exactly.
You know, we used to go to the neighborhood bar and use men for like lunch money and money.
See, there
and
you
food
go.
And stuff like that.
There you go.
So it's not.
So basically, you tricking with the guy. Basically.
Yeah. This took a weird turn. I want to talk about innocence and apologies.
Innocence.
Bill Cosby? Well, Bill Cosby? If Bill... See, and this is the thing, too, because the accusations are so huge that there's not even room for innocence.
Well, he didn't even get a chance, really.
Like Beverly Johnson, why would you go up in the man's bedroom and do an interview? Come on.
Who's that?
Beverly Johnson, the supermodel. You know, you're supposed to come to the office, to the production studio. Why are you going to the man's house and going up in his bedroom, going to conduct a studio? Come on now.
If anybody's been found... Has anybody been found lying in that case? I mean, this is probably in the Cosby case. Has anybody been found
Too
lying?
much about that. Yeah, they kept it under wraps. Exactly. We don't even know to have too much information about Cosby.
But I know him and Camille going through a divorce right about now.
One is
Yeah.
1 month.
And his
The other
legacy
is
tainted.
2 years old.
Apology.
Hey?
I guess the point that I'm trying to get to is that things get so bad that this is how you remember the person. This is how you actually know the person.
Yeah,
This is what you
exactly.
associate with the person.
Yes.
Tupac,
Exactly.
rape
Exactly.
charge. Tyson, rapist.
Yes. Yes.
Michael Jackson, rapist. This
Rape
is it.
nobody.
No, but remember when they were talking about how he raped a girl and sodomized her and all this stuff just to taint his name? Remember, Tupac was on top of the world, and so they brought the rape charge, and it wasn't just about rape now. They're saying how he sodomized a girl and things like that. So now when that goes to that level, you know they're trying to destroy the man. Innocent or guilty, they're going beyond. You know, talking about that kind of stuff is supposed to stay enclosed in court,
It
right?
came down on him because he used to tell the truth on people's, man. And when you tell the truth in this world, people always dig up lies and dirt on you, assassinate your character.
Yeah, they're trying to make Tupac look worse than what he really was.
This is it. And I feel like everybody's up for one. I feel like now it might actually be a strategy of some people to set you up.
Yeah.
Especially with the Me Too movement.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because like I mean, what's been going on in Hollywood, Hollyweird they call it, it's been going on since 1950s, 1960s, since Hollywood was in the movie industry. Women would go to these places and to get a job, they would have to do certain things, and they knew it. They knew it. There'd be 20 women lining up to play this role. And if you're meant to lie down with a guy, this is the movies, right? Lay down with a guy, you lay down with him. Kiss him, you did it. If you didn't want to do it, you didn't get the role.
Yes.
Right?
Remember Rob Lowe got charged with that too?
Yeah.
No. See? This is what I'm
Rob Lowe
saying.
was with
Was
minor.
he innocent?
I don't know.
Exactly,
he was-
because nobody talks about the
Right.
result.
Right. Right.
Ever.
Because he's a white man, Rob Lowe.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That must have ended his career, because I haven't
Pictures.
even heard from Rob Lowe in like a very
No,
long
he still
time.
make commercials and they do the commercials
bounced
and
back.
all
He
that.
bounced
Why
back.
put it to a stop,
Yeah.
right? That's what they do in Hollywood. Why don't you get too big, and you're bigger than the system now, they'll bring you down,
That's
slow
what
down,
everybody
like
says.
Dave Chappelle. What did they do to Dave Chappelle, right? Give him a big $50 million contract. He said he ain't doing what they want him to do. They shut him down, And now he's doing what he's walking like, okay, what do you want me to do? So everybody in Hollywood, look at just recently with the little guy.
Kevin Hart?
No, is it Kevin Hart? Yeah. Same thing.
What
Supposed to do
happened?
the Oscars, okay?
Yeah.
This is like, Oscars is the biggest event when it comes to awards. Kevin Hart was just a comedian from out of Philly or something like that.
Yeah.
Small guy, you know, not even in height, but I mean just as in, he was just a comedian coming out. They did a few movies, whatever, whatnot, but he's not an Oscar winner. He's not the kind of person to say, oh, you're putting this guy on the stage? How come? How come you're putting Kevin Hart on stage? He was blasting homophobic slurs. He was saying homophobic slurs 10 years ago at us. You know what I mean? We got to shut this guy down. They shut him down. Now what does he do? I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Why were you sorry for it? You were saying things that you meant at the time. You know, so and they're okay with it. They let it go because he was just doing comedy. But now he wants to do and become bigger than the system. There's a system in Hollywood. If it's the Illuminati or whatever it is, where Michael Jackson was becoming bigger than the system.
This is what they suspect. And that's what people were saying about Chris when people first heard about Chris. Everyone was like, nah. Come on, now it's too much. And they had just announced that he was like, top seller, all this stuff like that. So it does feel like there is an agenda once you do get to a certain level that they're going to
you can't get bigger than what they want you to be. Everybody knows this in Hollywood. It's a simple thing. They do these things. Look at Harvey Weinstein, for example, right? All these years, Harvey Weinstein is getting these women Oscars, the ones that were accusing him, the best roles in Hollywood. All these years, he was getting it for them, but yeah, he was asking for something in return. Now, all of a sudden, what he was doing was wrong. Okay, fine, it was wrong, but you got to understand, those women that now are calling on him don't have careers anymore. You know what I mean? And he still has his career. So now they got to bring him down to the level and slow him down, basically. You know what I
Harvey
mean?
Weinstein, though, is a case where they haven't been able to make anything stick yet.
Nothing.
And is there room for Harvey Weinstein or even Bill Cosby to be innocent?
I don't know about Bill Cosby because that was something so different. I don't know. Well, I'm sure he abused his power, Bill Cosby, right? He was a powerful man. They have to. But then when you get
is there room though for these people to be innocent? Is there room for us to actually think that they might be innocent?
As soon as Bill said he was going to buy ABC Network, that's when the problem started. Innocent? That's exactly what it was.
Well, you go to jail and Cosby's
innocent.
In jail. Cosby's in jail.
Okay, so
but they haven't been able to make anything stick to Harvey Weinstein.
right,
So
nothing could
Harvey
stick.
Weinstein doesn't serve any time. Are we still going to consider him a rapist?
No, she wasn't convicted. That's how society looks at it.
Abused his power. He absolutely abused his power, and despite I'm gonna differ with what Sean said. Even though people were successful because of what he gave to them, it's still not right. You still can't abuse your power just because you've got it. And the fact that people benefited from it afterwards, that's a matter of consequence. It's not a good enough reason to say, yeah, but look what I did for you.
It just sucks that as soon as you are charged, that is what you are.
Yes, exactly.
Honestly,
Exactly.
God forbid, somebody puts a sexual assault charge on you.
If I get big enough, yeah, then
Nobody's
probably.
going to wait around to hear if you're innocent or
No,
not.
exactly,
You're just
exactly.
not
I
gonna
knew
do
it. I knew it.
I promise you. I
But
promise you.
I have to say that I think the whole of Hollywood, the entertainment business, I think everybody's guilty in it. I think there's a lot of a lot of things that go on behind closed doors that have been going on before I was born.
Yeah.
I'm sure this stuff's been going on forever. Look at Marilyn Monroe and all these. This stuff's been going on. Sex sells. Women use sex to try to get things. That's been going on for years, young or old.
And it's outside of Hollywood. It's bigger than Hollywood.
It's bigger than Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Real about it.
As soon as Martin Luther King accepted that Nobel Peace Prize money, that $50,000, that was the hush money. As soon as he made that famous speech, I had a dream.
Yeah.
That's when they put a bullet in him, because that was the hush money for him to keep quiet.
Listening to him too. Malcolm X is the same thing, and it's not just blacks. It is whites too. That when you realize that when Bill Clinton, he was one of the most popular presidents
Or the Kennedys.
in our era, and what did they do? They threw Monica Lewinsky in his office, bro. That wasn't by a joke. That wasn't.
They threw her in there?
I mean, if you think about it, that brought that guy down. That one little scandal. I mean, you're the president of the United States.
Are you taking a commercial break? Commercial break?
Oh, commercial break? Oh. You're about to say something fantastic.
Yeah, Sean's getting a little bit.
Okay. So, if somebody is found to, should we have a law that prevents, or would it be preventative? Do people stop falsely accusing people of sexual assault if they knew there was huge ramifications? If they knew they would actually serve time for it?
That would change. That would change because now you can't just get away with lying because now you have to pay a consequence if you're found out you're not lying. So it probably would deter people from doing it.
What would that consequence look like? How much time?
I don't know. I couldn't give you a number.
Just off the top.
I couldn't give you a number.
How much time?
I'm not one to send people to jail. So
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I'm completely against that. I couldn't give you a number.
Hello. Hello.
Commercial break from the cutie pie.
Shit.
If you are found to have falsely accused somebody, how much time should you get? What's enough time to deter people from making false accusations?
I would say automatically a year in jail. A year in jail.
I think a year is actually good.
You're not allowing them to get money for what they're doing, you know? Because everything seems to be about...
A year in jail, good point. A year in jail, and you have to pay the person's legal fees.
That's right. And for assassinating this character, I think that's another $200,000-$300,000. So you won't do it no more.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe public apology? Like, there just has to be more follow-up on the innocence of people.
Innocence of people.
Yeah, I think, you know, once these people don't know they can make money out of these things too, then for sure, watch, nobody is going to do this. There's not going to be no shows. I mean, R. Kelly should be in court, not on surviving R. Kelly. There should be a TV show about it.
Yeah.
It should be in court.
That's what his lawyer said, actually, because his lawyer was like, there have been no criminal charges pressed against my...
Holly weird, man. That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't make no sense. It's like, take him to court. Why are you making a reality show about it? You're going on TV with this series. You know, R. Kelly did.
Cool, you guys. I'm just gonna.
Okay, enough of R. Kelly, y'all.
Enough of R. Kelly. We're done with R. Kelly. R. Kelly's done.
Well, Chris Brown, I feel sorry for Chris Brown.
Yeah, it's just frustrating.
How do you learn about all these guys that like to tour around, go into other countries and stuff like that? This, like we talked about just now, about the systems that they have out there. Chris Brown now, they want to try and silence this kid, right? It's simple, and this is what they're doing. They're using a woman again to silence Chris Brown in another country.
I love though that he's standing up for himself.
Yeah,
and he's.
But now, you know what? Now he can't even go back to Paris with that charge. He's gonna be banned from that country.
Oh, he ain't charged with nothing.
Oh, he didn't get charged?
No.
Okay, so but anyways, do you want to go back there though? If you're Chris Brown, would you go back to Paris? Yeah, but I mean, still.
But he gotta watch
I know.
himself.
No, it's a good question because he's.
You can't let one person deter you when you're a superstar from going to do your business. But that's only one person that went after him. And you know he's got to perform for the whole country.
No, I know, but you know how they. Because soon enough, people are gonna be standing outside this door saying, "Sean, you know what?"
I know. They're coming for you, Sean.
The Me Too movement and all this rest of stuff. It's gone crazy. It's gone crazy.
Yes, Nisa, make sure you edit this one clean, okay? Because we've been getting some complaints about Sean. Sean's going too hard. You know, so just make sure you clean him up.
Cool. Okay, go. Just go with it. Just go with it. I don't care. Just go with it. Sean. Lock me up. I don't care.
Sean!
52, you know. I made it to 52, you know.
Final word on false accusations.
Sean, give the final word.
I think people should just try and, you know, keep the world a better place, man. Like, stop accusing if it's falsely accused, and stop going out there and stirring up trouble. You know what I mean? Like, it's both sides, right? Chris Brown probably went out there and stirred up trouble, and the girl says, you know what, I'm going to get you back on that. And, you know, stop. Just the world needs to take a pause and reflect, you know, because God is good, man. And I'm sorry about the blue shirt.
No one on the corner has swagger like us, swagger like us, swagger like us. No one on the
swagger like us, swagger like us, swagger like us. No one on the corner has swagger like us, swagger like us.
This is Pete Cutter from Cut and Run. Thank you for watching another week of Chop Talk. Please subscribe.
I did it.